Submission by elite is very simple. And when FC Musa president says he understands where we are coming from, I say he doesn't understand. Because if he understood, he would be supporting the motion. The National League Division 1 is cited as having 18 votes. But remember that by the time we go for elections, those 18, 4 of them have already been relegated. So you have 4 teams who are in the provinces playing provincial football, being allowed to vote in the elections, but you don't want the women's team to vote. When we go to Olympics, we go to World Cup, it's all good, Zambia, we don't call Barbara a girl and all that. It's Zambia. But when we come to this and we are talking about giving our girls and our women more power in decision making, we want to reduce it to either a Shalala vote or a Kamanga vote and the like, and that's the tragedy. I would have loved to hear some very intellectual debates against this. The fears that have been put to say this is being done today are very unfortunate. This submission was made in the AGM 4 months ago, which was roughly 1 year to the elections. Maybe you may ask, why wasn't it done last year? Because elite was not a FAZ member. We had to gain the right by fighting hard and finishing in the top 4. Okay? We may not make it next year simply because, again, you who are running men's football are monopolizing everything. All the parastatals in this country don't have women's team, except a few like Zesco and some banks. The rest of you just don't want. Forest Rangers, sorry to give you as an example, NAPSA, you are not interested. You want to run men's football, you get 40 million, 50 million grants. Women's football, we are running on shoestring, 500,000, 1 million. That's what we run for. But when we want, those who are in dollar know. For example, I've given myself as a guinea pig. I've said, women's football, at least let's have a lot of delegates being females. I'm seated next to my colleagues here, we are 4. Half of us are female, half of us are male. And for us at elite, we take this seriously. For the rest of you, don't take it seriously. That's for the record. I would love this to be recorded. And for those who are fighting this proposal, please, may history remember you. And shame on you. Because when you reduce it, no, for me, I don't mind. Even if it doesn't go, even if we don't get women voting, it's fine. But at least I fought for it. What I didn't like is where people have sponsored this hate speech to talk about the elite proposals in the newspapers. Some of us have not even been speaking. It's been reduced. It's a very simple proposal. You've got 4 teams in men's football that are in provincial football. They are not in National League, unless you are telling me they're in National League. So even the point where you are saying to say National League is being disadvantaged, no, it's not National League, it's provincial. So simply because these are men's football teams. And for your information, if this was voted for, the teams that would actually vote are teams like Nshanga, are teams like Choma Warriors, are teams like ZISD, Red Arrows and others. When you look at those, are they for specific people? No, they are not. This is about gender, it's not about politics. Those that want to reduce it to politics, that is your problem. So for me, yes, some of you are annoyed because I've said it, but someone has to say it. And let history be recorded as such. So this submission was very simple, made 1 year before the election to give women's teams more power, more votes. There was a point raised earlier, why do we have 4 delegates for women's teams and 1 vote? We have only 4 teams in here for women. So at least when we give 4 delegates, a few more who can deliberate, except when voting, we vote alone. That's why it was put that way to have 4 delegates. For the rest of you, you are many, and you have 2 delegates. But you still want to reduce on those 4 delegates to 2. Who are we fighting? We are fighting the women. I think for me, that's where the problem is. We look at our we all the time. A constitution, Mr. Chair, should not be made for me and for today. A constitution should be made for posterity. If elite is not there next year, at least let those women teams that will finish in the top, who will be there, find that platform created by us who were there. Last year we were not here. The year before there we were not there. 2 years ago, I think I was representing Lusaka Dynamos as secretary, and I was the first member on the main side, so I understand where I'm coming from. So, Chair, for me, this is not a political submission. It's a very simple empirical issue. There you are seated with only one female. Where we are seated here, I can't see many females, but we still don't want to give them the voice. So it's fine. If you want to defer it, let's defer it. Let the record show. Thank you.